Welcome to My Hero Academia After Show on AfterBuzz Anime Reviews. Oh my goodness, things just keep getting more real and shit goes down. And I'm waiting for somebody to die because I thought they almost did. Did you? Did you cry? Because it's okay, because we did. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, there it goes. I'm like, wait, yeah.
Does anyone dance to this when it plays?
Yes, every time. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Welcome to My Hero Academia AfterBuzz Anime Reviews. We're talking episodes 9 through 12 of season 3, and I know that's a little complicated because Lissa is like 47. I'm like, no,
Confuses
we're gonna.
me
It
so
always
much.
does. It
Yes.
always does.
Oh, Ollie's wearing his pin.
I love it.
Oh, wait, I was like, which side did
Girl,
I
what
put it
side?
on?
Girl,
You should have told us. We all could have.
I
know.
Next week, maybe?
That's true.
Thanks a lot.
We only have like 2 more before we're done.
That makes me really sad. I'm not
Because we
okay
cover
with
4 at
that.
a time if you don't know and you're new here. So please do not get ahead because we are only watching it as we're going. Right. Which is exciting. So we're going to talk about these episodes as well as the box office numbers for the movie. And we're going to talk about the movie again because now another one of our panel has been able to see it. So yay. Let's go down. Introductions. My name is Carrie Lane.
Hey guys, I'm Veronica Valencia. What's up? Hey guys, it's Jamie. What's up?
Hey guys, I'm Ollie Drennan.
And then we also have a live chat. Thank you, everybody who is there and joining us. But if you're watching it later, no problem. Please comment down below. We love hearing your thoughts on the episodes and the stuff we cover. And again, please do not get ahead. Then the other thing I wanted to cover, yes, initial thoughts, because we were talking right before this started. We're like, okay, let's save it for the show. Initial thoughts of these next episodes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's it. That's it. Listen, I
Go,
get
Jamie.
it. We were all talking about it, you guys. I cried. Don't laugh at me. Like, it just got really emotional for me when they were like, oh my. But I thought all 4 of these episodes, I know I say this, but like these were probably one of my favorites just because it was action packed and something happened every single episode. So wow.
Yes.
Yeah, it was definitely wild. We got lots of action, but we also got our students who wanted to take action but not actually fight. And it was really cool to see them work together to not actually fight and to actually rescue something, which is something that we've been waiting, since season 1.
Yes.
And also, it was just like these 4 episodes in particular were just like a perfect, complete like arc.
Yeah.
So I just really enjoyed it.
Kid Annan in the chat says, this is the best season.
I agree.
It keeps building, though.
Yeah.
You know, because it's one of those, like, you need those other episodes to appreciate where they've been and where, you know, where they've come from. Somebody asked, will we be covering the next season? Yes, we'd love to. I don't know if we would wait till it's done to do the similar format because we're not quite the week-to-week ones. We're cool here and do a little different. Not that the other ones are cool, but maybe
different.
Yeah, that'd be actually it'd be cool to like actually do an episode a week to
Be
really
interesting.
like break it down.
Break down.
I would love that.
Some of the episodes, though, there's not a lot that happens, such as episode 9. Episode 9, All For One. Aizawa's still at that press conference, and Bakugo sees the news, which is fun. Because he's, like, still feisty as ever, and if he wasn't, I would be disappointed.
How about Eraser? He looked kind of good. Was it
You
me
like
or
that
was
pullback?
I liked it with his pullback. I kind of liked it. I
His
was like,
man
is
bun?
this,
Oh my
Is
gosh.
this Aizawa? What? So
Yeah.
I don't know.
A little bit. Yeah.
Sorry.
I think it was Alexis was putting the picture on Twitter, and I was like, hey, I like the long hair, but hello, teacher, you know? It's
Hey,
like,
teacher.
okay.
Oh gosh.
He looks interesting, so, like, put together.
He didn't look as tired, or maybe it was
Well,
just
he
my
still
eyes.
has those lines.
He still
those
looks
eyeballs,
tired.
but
He just looked cleaner.
There we
Yeah.
go. There we go.
Yeah, exactly. And yes, Bakugo, are we happy that he's still, like, giving the villains? He's like, F this, I am not going along with your attitude, and y'all suck.
Yes.
Gonna kidnap me? Man, you did not expect
See,
it.
this is a moment where I'm just like, be as feisty as you want.
Yes,
I
this
will
is-
take
yeah.
it.
Right.
True, yes.
Other times I'm like, you could take it down a notch, but here I'm just like, do what you gotta do, man. I'm
Yeah.
all for
Yeah.
it.
I was relieved that he wasn't siding with the villains. Like, just like Aizawa said, he was like, he's gonna fight them with everything he has, and he did. So, you know, just like Renji said in the chat, he's growing on me, but I'm like, I kind of like him.
Oh yeah, he's totally grown on me for sure.
Yeah.
I can't
That's my
help
little
it.
boo. It's in my
I
little
liked him in
pocket.
this, where I'm like, please, be your normal jerk little punk self. This is where it's good.
Because he had so much power in that setting because they didn't want to kill him. They wanted him
was
to
smart.
join him. And it's funny because his character just astounds me because he had everything on paper is makes up to be like a villain, but
Yeah.
he's not. He's like, no, I'm not going to
Yes.
let you guys win by joining you.
Where was it? Eraser, cleaned up dice. Where'd it go? Somebody said in the chat. Rescue. Sorry. Well, where'd it go? Yeah, no, I thought this one. Oh yeah, Renji also agrees. Not a fan, but grows on me as well. Andrew Drew, I've never been on the edge of my seat and more. This is a yes.
Same.
Okay, so Eraser. Oh, yes, where it was. Dragon Video says, give Eraser applause for keeping his cool. I did like how Vlad was like, don't say anything! Don't do it! And he didn't. He was very composed. Students find the tracker, and the pros are prepping to go in, and they find out the press conference. They feigned that, oh no, we are so discouraged at this time. They're not going to think we're going to do a thing the same day. Which, yes, it's a good plan. I don't know if it's the best plan, but it's a good plan. Sort of.
That principal has a good poker face.
He does.
Doesn't he?
Yes.
Principal Nezu. I love him. I don't know why so much. But I thought it was kind of funny. It kind of shows you just how much of like a group of, for lack of a better word, like bumbling idiots this League of Villains is, because they truly didn't think.
Yeah.
They thought that they were on top. They thought that they were so stealthy, but the heroes just come in like, oh, of course we knew where you are.
Yes. A couple people are saying Bakugo best guy. We posted the videos from the red carpet for the film, and we had a couple people that were fans.
Yeah.
Someone cosplayed as Baku girl, essentially, not
love
Baku
it.
guy. Yeah, it was very cute, and we will tell you more about those later. Okay, so that moment when All Might busts in with Gran Torino and Kamui, and he's like,
Oh my
"We are
gosh.
here."
Yes.
And you know what's funny? They premiered that segment at Comic-Con, but I hadn't watched it at all yet, so it meant nothing. And I'm like, oh, this is the thing! And I got so excited because it's like, we're here. You're like, okay, cool.
Fans were probably like wilding out.
Oh, yeah, they're
yeah.
and you're just
wow.
like, okay, this
You're
is
like, oh, okay, all right, we haven't seen this. No, I thought it was dope because he was like, were they saying like a delivery or something?
Yeah, pizza.
And okay, I think I must be slow because I literally thought I was like, oh, they got pizza. And then I was like, oh, All Might. So
I almost
really
want
slow.
I almost want the cheesy be like, who ordered pizza?
Yeah, like
But
I
then-
was
It was Toga.
like, maybe they were hungry, you know?
Yeah. No, they could, you know. Secret.
Yeah.
Like,
Watching
yeah.
the press release, press conference.
They find the hideout. They know all their identities, which is cool.
Yeah.
It's like, go Gran Torino, like, I know your name, I know your name, you
I
are
was-
not anonymous anymore.
I was gonna say, like, this episode, like, it was so cool seeing All Might, but like, we know him to be amazing. I don't know about you guys, but I loved watching Gran Torino just kind of like lay it on the
Yes.
villains and like kick butt.
Yeah.
Like,
Go,
and
Grandpa.
show that he still got it. Yeah.
Yeah, someone mentioned the students' disguises. We talked about that last time. But yes, they're still funny and like
It's
ooh.
still funny.
Yes. And at first when that fight was over, I'm like, well, that was over fast. Shortly after, nope.
Yeah.
And then the Nomus show up, and then there's a new portal something. Oh man. How much were you just like, no crap.
Yeah, as amazing as it was seeing this unfold, I was thinking to myself, this
Too good
is
to be true.
way
Too easy.
too
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
This arc just started. There's got to be something to disrupt the good that's going on. And I was very sad because, you know, I really want to see the pros, like, go kick butt, but they're, like, kind of... There's lots of Nomus to deal with and lots of portals and All For One, which
Yeah.
we'll get into.
Ruby
Yeah.
D says, Grandpa Jet. Yes.
Yeah.
I love him.
That's cute.
Seen him young, too? What? That was interesting.
I'm sorry, did he shrink or something? Like, what happened?
It's the standard old people thing. You shrink.
that much?
A lot.
I was like, all right.
It's a thing. I didn't notice this. Miraculous Corazon in the chat says, did you notice that the only villain they didn't reveal the name of was Dobby?
Dobby's cute too.
That's
Good
questionable.
point. Yes. And then we'll get to that character. Actually, they show up in this episode, and we got to see them. Raindrop says Edge Shot has a cool quirk. I hope you see more of it. Yes,
Yeah.
getting the paper thin and literally going through bodies. Oh, that was so cool and brutal at the same time. Because at
Yeah.
first you're like, okay, cool, you can like slide through a door. Oh no, you can like pierce someone. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I want to see more of this guy. Who has
You
like
know
his
who
mask
I
on.
want to see?
Who?
Mount Lady.
Yeah, you guys see a lot of Mount Lady in these.
And
Yeah.
then
I was
Orca.
gonna say,
Orca?
I want to see more gang Orca.
Yeah. We didn't really get to see Orca do.
Yeah, but he
anything.
still excites me. I'm like, what do you
Yeah.
do?
Exactly. So we meet the All For One. when the All For One shows up and the kids are like, oh my gosh, they can't even move. Ragdoll is okay, but her quirk has been taken.
By All For One? So he takes quirks. Like, that's... Oh, I feel so bad for Ragdoll.
Yeah.
Because that completely disbands their... Well, she leaves the group, basically, because she's
no powers anymore.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I'm just happy she's alive, but that's really sad and devastating.
I wonder, would anyone that's had their quirk stolen, could they get it back?
I was literally just
like, if
thinking
all someone is defeated?
That's a good question.
It's like, everyone gets their quirks back.
I think, well, the question is if he dies, if that's it, which we'll talk about, should they've killed him or not. Because that's a villain thing.
Very surprising.
Yes. But that's a good question. It might be explored later, but we don't know at this point. So we get episode 10, A Symbol of Peace. All of the villains escape, so we're like, oh, well, that sucks. So the factory... Who thought that they were possibly dead? That Best Jeanist, Mount Lady, and Orca. I was like, they could die. It felt like it could go that serious.
Well, Best Jeanist, I thought.
I thought he was.
When he got the hole.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's alive. Is he
yes.
alive?
It says he's alive. There was a pause on the screen with his info, and it said, where'd it go? It said he is not working for a long time, but he survived. Okay. And that Ragdoll has no quirk, has now been suspended from the group, essentially.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah. It's like he survived that moment, but then when he got like blasted with a hole in the middle of his body, it was like, oh,
out of
now
nowhere.
Realizing his quirk is crazy.
So cool.
Being able to manipulate the textiles and whatnot.
Yes.
And he was what number was he? 3 or 4?
In the class?
4th.
No, he's 4th ranked hero.
Which is, and to see him getting taken out by All For One easily was mind blowing.
And how he saved the other heroes too. He was able to move them, which it was nice to actually see how his quirk works, because at first we're just like, that guy, I don't get it. Like his costume is kind of weird, and then you're like, oh, because he literally uses. How many outfits does he have in his closet?
One.
It's like
it's the same one.
No, but it's just like multiple. It's like Doug cartoon. It's the same outfit. But the whole closet.
This one's fresh.
Yes. So the kids are still kind of frozen there. All For One brings the villains. Oh, he brings the villains and Bakugo to him. So his portal, we learn it's more just to specific spots, or no, someone he knows very well, which sounded interesting.
I think it was he can only teleport to places that he is.
Well, I thought I read it as bring it back to him, or he could send him to someone he knows very well, which sounded weird. But essentially where he is for the first one. But it's not like the other gate one where it's just like anywhere. But it looked gross too, because some of it came out of people's mouths.
Oh yeah, like gray.
Yeah, the
Didn't
liquid
Toga
stuff.
throw it up or something?
Yeah.
For a hot second though, I thought it was
Thought it was her quirk?
No, Shigaraki's quirk, because his quirk is like decay, and it kind of looked like that.
Yeah.
It felt like a combination of it.
I wasn't expecting it to be All From, and then it's like, oh, there he is.
Says he has too many powers.
Yeah.
Deku trying to figure out how to save everybody, and Ida's like, hold on. But Deku's trying so hard.
A part of me wondered if, like, Ida wasn't there, if Midoriya would have gone like he knows how to.
Yeah. I just think he would have died, so I'm glad that he didn't do anything. Because it's like, I almost forgot, like, oh yeah, they have rules. They can't actually fight. All that had gone out the window, then I was like, oh yeah, they can't actually do that. So I'm glad that they didn't, because... It's like, know your place right now.
Please clap in the chat says, in the manga, there's a really sad panel where Ragdoll is crying and the other pussycats are comforting her, but they didn't show it in the anime. Aww.
I wish they did show that.
Yeah.
That just made me more of a
I feel like that was one of the first times that someone got their quirk actually stolen, like, on screen.
Yeah. Dragon Videos asked, what do you think of Tamura and the All For One's relationship? Which we will talk about that, because I definitely had notes on that, too. Okay, so the other thing was... Oh, yeah. Actually, that's kind of the next moment. Tamura, All For One's just like, I am doing this. It's all for you, and try again. And I was like, that's an interesting bond. So what are your thoughts on All For One and his relationship with Tamura?
Definitely manipulative. Like, he's definitely playing on his vulnerability. And I know we'll get into this, but something told me, I was like, Shigaraki is related to somebody. Yeah. And I just didn't know exactly who, so I know we'll find that out. But even just, I remember when we were learning about All For One, before we knew what he looked like, and you see him putting his hand on someone's face, and I was like, that's Shigaraki, because he has the hand. So I don't really know exactly what the hand does or how it benefits him, but it's just a very manipulative relationship. And I'm like, your whole purpose for being a villain is just, it's in vain. You know, it's completely in vain. So I'm hoping it turns around, but I don't know.
I want to know the full story. That's all I want.
Exactly.
Yeah, because we see this kid, and technically it said he's the grandchild, which I'm like, that's a bit more removed, which we'll get to too.
Yeah.
Of All Might's
That's
sensei.
why
Which I'm like, it's not, it would be different if it's her direct child.
Yeah.
Grandchild somehow seems a little more
there's
removed
so
to me.
much. There's a giant piece of the puzzle that's missing.
Yes.
That I want to know of.
Yeah.
And I think it's like a combination of who he's related to, and also just because of his decaying quirk, which is so.
I think he killed his
Crazy.
foster parents. Oh. Because they said he was with foster family and he's all alone, like nobody came to rescue you. So I think he killed them on accident.
I can see that.
Somehow, I don't know if All For One had the longer scale planning of like, I want to use this kid, but knows it's a good quirk, but he doesn't take it. But him fostering him like a child is very interesting, and there's a lot of similarities between Tamura and Deku, I think, of having this mentor be there with you, which happens more in the last episode that we talk about. All Might shows up, and that fight. Oh,
wow! That little screenshot where you see All For One and All Might come together. That was beautiful. It was bloody, but I loved it.
So, I mean, I guess we live in a world where you get to, like, see everything and the news is everywhere. But I almost thought it wasn't the best idea that the news is broadcasting this.
No.
There's children.
There's so much destruction going on. Like, this half of the city got wiped out. Like,
it's destruction, it's violent, and granted, there's no way that they would have known this, but it puts All Might in such a bad situation because of what happened to him at the end of the battle. They all now know he's vulnerable.
Yeah, which I was so shocked that they even showed, like, that the anime showed all of that. But I also love it when they kind of show, like, a fight scene that's on camera, because they make it realistic. Not to, you know, quote it back to one of my favorite animes, which is DBZ. But like when they had the cell games and they were with Hercule, they're filming everything. It's just, I don't know, I loved it. Like, so for me, it wasn't like a huge deal, but yeah.
I wish there was a Hercule type character in the show.
Yeah, I hate
Because even
Hercule.
the helicopter news people almost get blown away by the blast. So it's just like, I mean, it's good because a lot happens from it, but I was thinking, like, maybe this isn't something we need to broadcast to
I feel
everybody.
like average citizens are just so oblivious. They genuinely think that they live in a world of peace and, like, nothing's going to happen. And even though this is a very intense battle, All Might's going to win, so they can watch it for their, like, entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was anyone wondering, like, if they could hear, like, I doubt they would be able to hear anything, but when All Might was talking and he had mentioned Midoriya, like, he was like, Midoriya, I failed you. I'm like, no, now everyone's going to know that Midoriya is using All For One. So I was wondering if they could hear it, but I know they can't.
Drop a boom mic down there.
Well, a good point in the chat is, that's true. Kid Annan says, but heroes is a profession, so it's like watching a police chase or something.
Yeah.
True. Very true. Raindrops on Roses said, did they mention the media had to stay away from the first fight because, you know, no one knew about that fight where he really got injured. So that's true of, like, but this time
This was like
they
the first time
stay away.
This is the first time they saw All For One and All Might go at it.
Yeah. But it goes down crazy. So how did you feel about when All For One is breaking down the power and the quirk activation? Like, +5 this and and like breaks down what it is. Was that interesting or redundant? It was kind of interesting the first time, and the second time I'm like, all right.
I was just like, you steal everyone's quirk. You're evil. I want you to die.
Yes.
And then his arm had like so many other arms in it at one point, and I was like throwing up, and I'm like, somebody stop him. He's I hate him so much. He's worse than Endeavor.
Yeah.
I said it.
I'm with you.
So what did we think of Midoriya's plan when he actually said what it was? I was like, yay, it's actually a good plan. Like, good job, kids.
When they were when they were showing it, like, I wasn't sure if that was actually happening. I was like,
same.
wait, is this actually happening, or is this them imagining it? So I was pleasantly like relieved that it was actually successful.
Yeah.
I love Midoriya. He's so smart. But I also with getting is it Kirishima? Where he got him to like grab Bakugo's hand, and I'm like, it's just the fact that it's like Bakugo's pride is so big that you won't let anybody help you. So it's like you're putting the pressure on Kirishima, but it was a genius plan.
Which their friendship is very interesting because I don't know if I could have a friend that's always
a little abusive.
Yes. Because Kirishima does not care. He's like, all right, cool, dude.
Don't
like,
tell me what
He's
to do.
hard-headed though. He's like, if he gets hit, you know,
Yeah,
he's not
maybe
gonna be
he's a
affected.
little dense. So.
Yeah.
He's like the perfect friend for him.
Yeah.
You know? It's funny. But I think this episode also shows that, like, there's no single hero that we can rely on. I think it really does. Heroes really need to work together. Like, you can't figure out something else by your own. You can't do something in this world alone. I think.
Always need
You have to
people.
work together. There's a team effort that is so vital in this world. You know,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
you can't just jump into the fire, even though Deku did that in the first episode.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Ruby D in the chat says, the power of friendship. Yes. Also interesting, which we've kind of said before, that Deku's power is being smart. Leisha Darling in chat says, this episode is what made me think Deku's quirk was battle planning.
But
He's
if we stand
very
here,
smart.
if you go this way, then we're gonna do little things
Yeah.
coming out of my head, coming like
They're
this.
like, ooh, it's the muttering again. Yes. And then, so they're doing so well, and it's the air rescue, and then the pros step in. It made me so excited. And Mount Lady came in there.
yeah.
Got
She
that
gets
nosebleed.
I was like, oh, but she saved him from that concussion guy.
She's all focused on the rescue.
That was cool because she's a little selfish.
Yeah.
So it was awesome to see her really stand up. I don't think she's like that.
Literally
like,
stand up. Hey.
for a brief moment,
Yes.
you know, that was awesome.
All Might and All For One, there is some more history there that I want to know, because All For One's like, blah, blah, your history, or, you know, this is how it was. And we're like, can I get more? I want an episode on this. Because then we learn about Nana Shimura, which was All Might's sensei and the previous host, I guess, if you will, of One For All. And All Might says limit. End of that episode. These episodes, too. I was like, man.
I know.
Give me more.
There's
Yes.
just so much in them though. But
Yes.
Nana Shimura, is that how you say it? Nana Shimura?
Yeah.
So is that considered like a female name, or like did anyone guess that it was a female like before the 11th episode premiere aired?
I want to say Shimura is the last name,
Right.
which it would be not, you know, non-gender specific.
Okay.
But I don't think
Nana
we had heard Nana, and I am pretty sure Nana is
Is like
girl's
okay,
name, yeah.
just checking. Yeah.
But I don't think we had heard Nana before. We might have heard Shimura, and we saw Silhouette. I know we had seen Silhouette.
Yeah.
Do we like it? It's like, surprise, it was a girl.
Oh, I screamed. I was like, ah!
I remember like a couple of weeks ago, we were just like, you brought up like, is it a girl? And I was
yeah,
like,
good
I was thinking the
point.
same thing. So I was always just kind of like,
Yes.
I'm disappointed in myself. I didn't think it was.
Then, okay, episode 11, One For All. We get a mini origin thing, and oh my gosh, All Might is definitely just like Deku. I'm purposeless, and I want to help everybody.
I loved it. It got me so emotional because he is just like Midoriya. He just wants to help people, but he learned.
Mm-hmm.
He learned to not be so stubborn and thick-headed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then, they're doing the giant evacuation, and Bakugo, true to form, yeah, you guys were my best escape route. You didn't rescue me.
Slap him.
I was like, ah. That's where Kirishima, I'm like, dude, man, you got power of friendship. You can be like, okay, cool, man. He's like, yeah, great way to think of it. I don't know. That's I don't know. Do any of you all have those
I really
friends?
want to know what Kirishima sees in this friendship.
Yeah,
I really want to
love
know.
to know.
He doesn't care, or he just is that cool that he's like, okay, doesn't mind. It's over his head, or he's just literally that dense because his
too
power is
chill.
hard. Yes, he's too chill.
Did it almost make you a little upset because Midoriya clearly cares about his classmates and he has a very special relationship with Bakugo, and did it make you feel a little upset at all that he realizes he doesn't like me? Kirishima, you need to call out to him.
No,
it does, but I'm almost
Yeah.
I'm almost like desensitized to it at point. But I do want to see some kind of like
Yeah.
development with him
Yeah.
in the relationship with his classmates, other than Kirishima.
yeah.
Yeah.
So there we have. We confirmed too that All For One is the one that did the injury, because I think before it was All Might kind of said it was this other fight and didn't really get into it. And now we're totally not surprised. We're like, oh yeah, well that makes sense. Oh man, this is when I also thought things were buckling down, when Torino was like, this is do or die time. All Might, you really have to use your strength more than you think you can. Like, oh no, we've been thinking he's gonna die.
Yeah.
This is gonna happen. And we get the whispers, well, not really whispers, but the murmur of the people of different places. And then they do like the around the world of like, oh no, All Might. And you're just like, no, the
Yeah.
villain's plan is working. Of, you know, destroying that
The
community sense of what heroes are. It's like, oh no, who's getting tired? Oh, no, getting those tears ready. You're just like, no,
They were already falling.
And then when they see All Might's true form.
Yeah.
We're just like, yeah, it's okay.
Oh,
man. Yeah, he was just so vulnerable and exposed.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad for him. I'm like, I figured it would happen at some point in the anime, but I'm like, oh my god, season 3. But, I mean, it was nice for them to actually still continue to get behind him. You know, it's like they recognize the hero in All Might, not necessarily what he looks like, but what he has done for them throughout all these years of him being a hero.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
Sure.
I prefer All Might's other form.
I love it too.
I love it just because it's like
I love
it's
it
very fun.
because it's so weird.
It's very weird and he's very fun. But in that particular situation, I feel like it was just so vulnerable, like you were saying, Ollie, and. You know, for everyone to see him that way, it probably just made him feel like he has nowhere to hide anymore. He can't continue on.
But that's maybe for the best, though he can't fight really anymore. But I think it's also the fact that he can switch between the two bodies, and that's what makes the funky one more fun. Because you're like, no, but really, this is your real body. And he says, All Might's like, it doesn't matter on the body, the heart is the symbol.
Yeah.
You're like, yes! And then we find out, this is the moment where we find out Tamura is Nana's grandson. And that Nana was the one who's like, you need to smile because those who are smiling are the strongest.
That's right. Yes, we are.
Just everything just gets me at this point with these episodes.
Yeah. There's so many, all the feels, you know. But it wasn't said, and I know it might happen, so we might get ahead of ourselves here. But with Tamura, we don't know who... Oh, it was a son then, so it's father. But yeah, I don't know, maybe it's just the relationships here in the States. Like, I would think parent to child is like, oh, it's their child, but it's their grandchild. Yes, it's important, but it's more removed, so it's less like All Might's attachment to this grandchild of his sensei is... I kind of was like, but it's a grandchild.
That's what I was thinking, too. I was like, why do you care so much? Yeah. There's got to be some back history to that.
True.
Yeah.
I think it's also, if there isn't backstory, I think it's just the fact that, like, the lineage of Nana is kind of, like, disrupted through her offspring's offspring becoming a villain. And that's something, because she was a hero. So I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with that, or there is more backstory.
Yeah. Maybe he knew Shimura before, like, when he was a baby. And he's like, maybe all these flashbacks are coming back.
They did say, Gran Torino said that her husband dies, gives up the baby for foster care because doesn't want it to be in that hero life, and told them don't interact with the child. So then maybe that's how they felt like, well, maybe if they had, it wouldn't have domino effect. Kid Anna in the chat says #small might.
Small might.
I love that.
Yes, it's like, that's so cute.
Referring to Baby Midoriya, right?
No,
Like little Midoriya, like when he's in his All Might onesie?
No, All Might when he's so skinny.
Never mind.
#small might. I'm like, yes, I agree with that
so
one.
Small.
That's so cute. He's so petite. Sorry, my screen went dark here. Oh yes, when this is also, I totally got the feels when the crowd cheers for All Might. Oh, you're like, go!
That's my
You're
luck.
cheering at home.
Because, despite, like, him being so weakened, he was, like, literally the only person that could save them from All For One in that moment. Everyone, it was, oh, God.
Especially when you see them, like, looking at the TV, cheering, and, like, in the crowd
All
cheering,
the students, I remember
crying.
we saw Sue, we saw everyone just watching from home. I was just...
Sue was totally crying.
With the grape juice.
Yes.
I was like,
It's all falling. Then the other thing too with this is Bakugo and Deku reacting to it, and Bakugo noticing Deku now and later, like when All Might says when he says the line later, like, now it's your turn. Bakugo's like, oh,
Major side
pieces
eye.
falling together, I think too.
Yep.
Because when he asks All Might later, too, he's like, so, all right, fine, don't tell me. It's like, I think you're not that dumb. So then this is also the line from Nana, which All Might then tells Deku later, too, of kind of like, remember where you're from, and that gives him, like, that motivation. Oh, man, when Edgeshot and Endeavor came up, I was like, thank God!
Yeah, where have you guys been? Seriously.
It's like, I've never been happy to see Endeavor, but I was like, yay, please help. And then also Kamui and Tiger and like everyone's cheering and they're like, this is when tears are falling, like, we're here to help ease your burden. It's just like, and that like harkens back to the teamwork. You need a whole team. It can't be on one person's shoulder, which later episode 2, the police are kind of saying this is kind of our fault that we relied on one person to do this one thing. Also, I kind of did love that Endeavor's like, dude, come on, like, what is that back? Like, I've looked at your back and admired you, and this form is not cool. As his way to cheer him on, quote
He's
unquote.
so angry now that, like, he's gonna be, because All Might won't be a hero anymore, and now he's the number one. And he's so salty that this is how he became number one. And I'm like,
it's just
what's
like
your
Bakugo.
problem, dude?
No, it's just like Bakugo at the fight. He's like, I don't want to be number one because you failed.
Like, oh my god, I can't stand Endeavor. I mean, I hate All For One, but oh god, why?
Like the
why is he so mad?
Yeah,
he got what he wanted. He's number one now.
Yeah.
What's your problem, Endeavor? Is
You
it
almost-
more?
I mean, I'm not supporting and backing Endeavor in the slightest, but you almost have to kind of wonder if it's just like he, kind of like Bakugo, he wants it fairly. He wants to feel like he's earned it, not like he just fell into it.
But in a sense, didn't he kind of earn it fairly if All For One was given to All Might? You know what I mean? So it's like he was kind of number one all the time.
Because he has to retire now, basically.
Yeah.
So it's like, ugh,
But
chill.
yes, Dragon Video says Endeavor's like Bakugo. It's like, yes, but he admires All Might in his own way, even though he hates him, because he's like, show them why you're the better hero at this moment. Oh my goodness! So that Akira arm, when All For One, his arm gets like super jacked, totally made me think Akira. I don't know if anybody else had that as well. And also figures out that Midoriya has the power, and I was like, no!
I know.
And then the other image that got me was the Embers image where it's like naked skinny All Might covered over that little ember of like protecting it. It's like, oh, such a simple image, but gave you all the feels more. So yeah, the final blow and moments when All Might puts his fist up too. I was like, who cried? I was pretty sure I was crying by this point. It's all right. You can admit you cried. You got the tears. Yes. Anybody else was emotional? I mean, we're all emotional.
I was
bit,
emotional.
but yeah.
I literally was just like, I was literally tearing up. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
I
the
think it was like not so much. Obviously, it wasn't the death of All Might. It was the
Yeah.
death of his career and being a hero. So that's moving forward. It's like, wow, it's time for the younger heroes to step it up and other pro heroes to kind of like carry on.
When they're like, his last job is one for all and the symbol of peace.
And you had mentioned Sarga.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I knew that we as an audience knew that he knew that this time was coming, which is why he made Midoriya kind of like his like disciple. But I wonder if it's gonna be a hard transition for All Might because he's been a hero and the symbol of peace for so long that it's like I wonder now that he's Small Might if he's gonna feel like he has a purpose anymore.
Yeah.
If he's gonna transition
No, I think
well.
he does because he is dedicated to teaching Deku. But I think he's going to have that pain every time he has that reflex of wanting to help and feeling like he can't do it.
Yeah.
That's where I think he's going to start like chipping away. That hopefully
He's a
he'll
living
be able to-
legend. Too.
Yeah. Then Deku's face at the end versus Bakugo's face. Very interesting. Deku is so sad because he knows what that really means. Bakugo almost is like, so my hero died.
Yeah.
He had a very different face, which I was like,
Almost as if he was like, well, if All Might can be defeated, because, you know, Bakugo is so obsessed with being the best, almost as if he's like, I wonder if I could have potentially beat All Might or just be the best, period.
I thought he's more like, I need a higher, stronger person to look up to
Yeah.
now, which might be a villain.
Oh no.
Or Endeavor.
Or Endeavor.
Or
yeah.
Endeavor.
Which they're very
Which
like.
they
He's
would,
almost kind of a
yes,
villain.
Yeah.
yes. So All For One gets arrested, and they have the next is your turn. Okay, should they have killed All For One?
Yes.
Yes. It's like, yes.
It's moments like this where it makes me feel like we all have been saying it for a while. Okay, there's a death coming. Someone's gonna die. But if they don't kill like the biggest, baddest villain, it's gonna be that.
Yeah.
It's gonna make the moment where they eventually do kill someone off even that much more upsetting. Because we're just in this show, we're not used to death.
Yeah.
I think the thing, though, is it makes me think of, like, superhero things like Batman or something. Or the villain, you don't kill them, and guess what? They come back, and they kill other people.
Yeah.
And you're like, just saying. I mean, this is not real world. Like, oh, you should kill them. But in this world of My Hero Academia, it's like, absolutely. What's the point of keeping him alive? And it's like he's 100% evil. We all know that. Everybody in that world knows that, and they could admire that. Of like, oh no, this guy's like legit evil.
And how do you restrain him with all this
Yes!
force?
Thank you.
That
Like,
too.
there must be some heavy duty like prisons with technology, and
Yes.
I
We get that a
baffles me.
little
Yeah.
bit. But yeah. Leave comments down below. Do you think they should have just killed All For One? Because also Stain as well too. They kept him alive, and it's like, why? Though all things considered, Stain is not as evil as All For One. He had a code, even if it's not the best code. It was still a code. So episode 12, the end of the beginning of the end. So we get the police panel, and they kind of comment like something needs to change, which is true. The society isn't working the way it is. Shimura, oh yeah, that's when we learned about the kid. So I'm like, wait, cover that. Deku, when he meets All Might at the beach.
Oh man,
That kind of romantic, idealist, and smash.
I love that part.
Oh, it was great.
I think we all kind of knew that was coming.
After all the tension throughout these past 3 episodes, we neaded that. We
Yeah.
needed like time
me
to
laugh.
breathe for a couple seconds at least. Oh, and that's what I needed.
Yes. Then, because he says, I'm going to devote myself to raising you. And this brings me back to my other question. Where is Deku's dad that we have not seen the entire time? And I've been thinking that since day one. And I'm like, you need 2 parents to make a child, unless his mom had like artificial insemination that we don't know about. Because it's like, where's his dad? Did he have epic death? No spoilers if it already has been announced. But he totally fills that role, and it feels. I feel like Deku hasn't had a dad like his whole life.
Yeah.
Because his earlier scenes with his mom was just his mom. There was no dad.
Yeah.
So All Might is that perfect guy.
I don't think that's going to be revealed for a while, I think.
That's
I think
true.
they're going to like place that in the future for sure.
Yeah.
But that's a very good question.
Yeah.
I've been thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Then we get. He's like, I'm proud that you didn't get hurt, but still. Like, you risked it. You broke your promise. I'm like, dude, come on. But he had to do it.
He helped.
I wish, though, that the, Please Clap said his dad works overseas. Well,
Sure.
I feel they haven't talked about it enough.
Yeah.
And there's
I
been
feel like
other anime where they mention, like, so where are your parents? Oh, they're not here. They work overseas. Like,
They live in
it
the countryside.
happens more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it comes up. but-
Yeah, it just seems a little too...
Or is that code?
It's too obscure.
Yeah. Like, that's it. They mentioned. They said his dad had the fire one. So Chulian says, sorry if I said that wrong. Deku's dad is on a business trip. They said it in season 1 that he has a flame-based quirk. It still feels weird. I feel we should have a little more something drop
Yeah.
here and there then. But maybe
agree,
that's just
especially-
lazy writing.
Especially if he has a quirk, I think that there's something that they're going to like
Yeah.
utilize with
into.
his father for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so that's true. I forgot that. I'm like, oh yeah, they did mention it. Like, okay, his dad has a quirk, but it's weird not to mention it at all. It's like, okay,
I'm okay with it. Like
Okay.
it hasn't bothered me that his dad hasn't been in the picture.
Mm-hmm. True.
well, it feels like he's not at all because how much All Might is a father role for him. Because then that makes me feel, even if he has a dad, his dad has no father presence.
Maybe it's also just the fact that a lot of anime kids tend to just not have parents. In these series for some reason. So we're used to that.
Ketchum and Pokemon.
Yes.
Where the hell is his dad?
Thank
I don't know
you.
if it's Giovanni
Yeah.
in the Viridian Gym, but where the hell is his dad after these 20 years?
Yeah.
Let us know.
It's true. Keltjin says it's a typical shonen trope that only one parent, the main character, has. It's a very Disney trope as well. It's generally dead one parent has died or something. And it's true in Japanese culture. It feels like a lot of the anime, like the kids are okay to be alone in middle school and the parents have trips. Like here, I don't think that. I'm like, no, we do not have that much.
Yeah.
So we're always like, dude, where are their parents? So yeah, we get the best genius. So then we find out Kyoko is okay. Jiro with headphone jack. Her parents were fun. Best parents that we were probably waiting for in 1 second. So
my
Aizawa
gosh.
and All Might, when they're like, okay, we're gonna go talk to the parents house to house. And the buy you a drink line was so funny. I'll buy you a drink. You know what? I'll buy you a drink. And I like the little arches in All Might's eyes to be like, happy face thing. Bakugo's parents.
I love Bakugo's mom so much.
She's cute.
Yeah.
And we saw her
Yes.
at the premiere.
Yes, we took a
A
picture of
cosplayer.
her.
Yeah. It was, the hair is a little different, but it was
Yeah.
nice to see her.
We posted that on our ABTV anime Twitter. We said, shout out to the anime mom. Someone cosplayed as Deku's mom and someone cosplayed as Bakugo's mom. And I'm like, I want to see them together in anime. Because that'd be really funny. Of like, so our kids are friends, sort of? But yes.
I would love more Baku mom just because it seems like she knows how to take care of Bakugo.
Yes.
And I could use more of that.
Yes. Tame him.
Yes. I do think it was funny, though, that she's like, oh my gosh, he has been spoiled his whole life. Can you please, knock some sense into him? I was like, yes.
Yes, mother.
And then how the dad is so, demure and kind of quiet. Like, yes, honey. And I was like, that's not exactly who I expected.
Nope.
Then, who's Deku to you? And he knows he's holding back. So Deku and his mom. Deku is also just like his mom. Bakugo is just like his mom. They're both, crying and freaking out, like, oh, Might's in our home. So she does not approve. How worried were we that, wait, maybe he's not going to continue his school? Okay, I know some of these questions are like, yes, it's going to happen. But still, you have that moment that you're like, well, something different might happen.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I wasn't
For a
sure
minute.
if they were going to try to change up the dynamic.
Yeah.
Me too.
But I'm glad that they worked it out.
This whole sequence in general I really enjoyed because, again, going back to the typical shonen tropes where characters don't have parents, sometimes you also get the trope where parents just don't care, and this you really see the parents, taking their children's safety into account.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because she's like, no, this is, she makes a good question. Would he have been happier if he was quirkless? And I'm like, no, he'd be safer, but no, he'd be depressed.
Yeah.
Because he was already. And then I thought, well, maybe they are going to do a different thing without UA. And my thought was, he has friends. What about his friends? Not just he's not going to the school, but it's not like he hasn't established himself amongst his peers. So
Yeah.
But he didn't bring it up. He's like, I'll do whatever you want. Oh, man, that All Might bow and speech. Whew. That was also emotional.
Yeah.
And
I loved it.
yeah, you're just like, ah. And also Deku, when he showed Koda's letter, and he's like, I can be a hero anywhere. And that's when All Might's just like, okay, you know what? You are the kid. I've made the right decision, and I will do pretty much whatever it takes to protect you, and wants to be his mentor. And then the mom's kind of like, all right, fine.
Fine.
Yeah.
So, dorm
in.
life. I'm so excited.
Dorm life is so nice, yes.
All these teenagers. Ugh.
But wait, did you see the final little clip, too, with the prison?
Yeah.
Yes. So we had the prison thing, so we get the Tartarus. So I was like, uh-oh. And this is the moment when I felt Shimura and Deku was similar because they both have, their comrades. They both are leaders. And the difference is if your mentor's around or not, and if that makes you become better and independent. So, we're going to hold on our predictions real quick. So we're going to do our special segment. Also, thank you so much for everybody who's watching, listening, YouTube. Please give it that thumbs up. Click that subscribe button if you're on iTunes. Give it 5 stars. Let us know what you think about the show because, 1 through 4 don't work. And what do you think of My Hero Academia? We've asked other questions like, what quirk would you pick and everything. So we love having you all participate. So our word, I found it as 2 things. So it's the word for dinner because his mom was like, wait, you're missing dinner. So Ban Gohan. So B-A-N.
Gohan.
Gohan.
Does that mean right?
Ban
Too?
Gohan. And the other word was pretty much, the other way to say it was Yu Shoku. So pretty much just meant evening, or supper. So we'll stick with Ban Gohan.
Ban Gohan.
Ban Gohan.
Fun, go on.
So dinner, which is almost all our dinner times here in
hungry.
California. So then we'll do our news segment. I'm like, there it is. We'll talk about the My Hero Academia movie, 2 Heroes. It has earned a lifetime, so as in the opening weekend to now, $4.1 million, which is pretty awesome for an anime movie.
For a limited release
Yes.
anime
It's
movie.
only been about 508 theaters. If you're following Funimation on Twitter, they're mentioning how there have been extra theaters added. It opened at 1.3 million, which for 500 screens is really good.
Yeah.
And also it was 11th at the box office, which is pretty amazing for some random anime movie, all things considered. So yay!
Go anime fans.
And then Ollie saw it now. So Ollie, what did you think?
was so good. Won't spoil it, but I went Saturday and I was so surprised to see the theater was packed. I went to a matinee and I was really happy I got to go see the English dub because that's my stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. This isn't a spoiler. The character of Melissa, she's quirkless, and she's such a strong character, and I think even though she's quirkless, she still has so much heroism with her, despite being quirkless, and just through her actions and what she stands for. And a character that I love, if you know me, wasn't in the film, but wasn't featured a whole lot.
Yep.
It was really sad that she wasn't in the film a whole lot.
I'd say that's
it was amazing. I can't wait till it comes out on Blu-ray or digital, streaming
Netflix,
services. It was awesome. It reminded me of when Pokemon came out, the first movie.
Wow.
And
I cried in that too.
Would you also agree it's a movie that you can kind of jump into it whenever? It doesn't really matter how far you're in the show because it's more just you recognize the characters, but plot-wise,
despite there being some references you might not get, but it's still very easy to comprehend in the world.
Cool. Yay! Well, thank you for adding that. Yeah. All right, so let's get into some really quick predictions.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right. Anybody was burning with any?
Okay, I'll just get mine out the way. All right. I think the League of Villains is going to try to come in and rescue or have all for one escape.
Yeah.
And I also think, as far as Deku's dad, if he's overseas, I feel like he could have possibly, if he has a quirk, maybe either we're going to find out about him randomly, or maybe he could also be towards the villain side. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be something wild and outstretched with him. Okay. Did I have anything else? Let's just go with that for right now.
Yeah, because that's a good point, too, of, Deku's been in the news and stuff. I think Dad would chime in about something.
And especially, with his mom.
And surprise, your kid has a quirk?
Yeah, exactly. Out of nowhere, it's your son is probably quirkless. We just don't know enough about him, so I feel like maybe the mom doesn't want to mention it because she was crying just so hard. And it's clearly your son is fine. He's doing okay. You saw him in the tournaments and all that, so she might know something more that she's not telling us.
And we might totally be off base on this, but something that stands out to us. So I'm like,
that's why it's predictions.
I think dorm life is going to be pretty fun to see. Yeah. It would be a nice break after this intensity. I don't mind when we have the more just fun, lighthearted stuff after we've had crazy. But some villain's going to either come back or they'll have a new one. I think the League of Villains is maybe taking pause to regroup, and they will totally be coming back. And as they were saying, Timur is growing in terms of his just maturity level, even though he's a spoiled little man-child, but he still is doing better plans. So he'll be back. Anything else from the others?
Sorry, I was like, Veronica, do you want to go first?
No, I'm out.
Oh yes, you can't say anything.
Real quick, I think Deku's gonna learn. He's gonna improve on his quirk, especially since he can't really overgo. Yeah. He has to be careful, or he's gonna lose, or he can't control his arms. There's going to be a lot of attention more towards the students. They have to really step it up.
Yeah.
And then I feel like Toga's coming in again.
Oh yeah.
By the end of the season, she's gonna do something crazy. Yeah. So I'm excited to see what she's gonna do. She's crazy. And I actually have a prediction. I'm not gonna say who I think it is yet. I think there's a traitor. And I think it's one of the students. And I'm not going to say who it is yet until the finale. Because I want to see if it plays out in my...
I can't want you to tell me.
I'm not going to say it.
Later. Yay! So you'll have to stay tuned to see if our predictions are correct. So where can we find you online, Ollie?
Hey guys, I'm Ollie Drennan. Follow me on all social media platforms at Ollie Dreamer. You can check me and Jamie out on the Purge After Show on AfterBuzz TV at 8. Is it at 8 p.m.? 8 p.m.
It's at 8.
Tonight.
Check it out. All right, guys, I'm Jamie. You can find me on Twitter at It's Jamie Gray or IG at Jamie Gray.
Hey guys, you can catch me, Veronica Valencia, on Twitter and Instagram at It's Me, Veronica_V. You can also catch me Mondays on the Attack on Titan After Show at 8.
And my name is Carrie Lane. You can find me online at Carrie D Lane. That's KARIDLANE. Also follow ABTV Anime. We post a lot of stuff on there as well, related to this show. And go to AfterBuzz, Red Carpets, and Press Junkets channel. There's a whole playlist. Jamie and I went to the premiere. We interviewed a bunch of people. All of those videos are on there, as well as a compilation one of a bunch of people answering what quirk would they pick. And we also asked some people what sensei would they pick. So thank you so much for watching. Go check out those videos, and we'll see you all next week. Sayonara!
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.